just right-click and turn my volume off in Discord. All right, I guess we are talking. I can hear myself in the stream. So let me just switch to the top-down view, and we go. Welcome everyone to round one, week 2 of Little League. I am commentator Matt. Evan is on the way. Tonight we got Rhett against Brad. So tonight we got Rebels versus Clones. So we got a fun little setup here of I'm controlling Brad's OBS from my house and my screen. So excuse any teething issues as we work this out. So let's have a look. What else do we go? So we flipped to here. We've got my view. Okay. So we'll run down the lists. So let's switch to the list view as well. Let's see if that. Gotta wait for my delay. Okay. So we'll start with Rhett's list while the guys are setting up for their disarray. So Rhett's running kind of a Rogue One themed list. So he's got Jyn Erso with strict orders and the A180 config, which obviously he can flip around as he needs to. He's got Cassian Andor with offensive push, recon intel, and his A280 CFE config, which again he can switch into a sniper config as he needs to. In the operative slot, he has R2D2 along with 3PO. He also has K2SO with Jyn's blaster. I believe that's Mr. Evan Teasdale joining us. No, that's. So he and then following on from that, we've got Fleet Troopers. So running Fleet Troopers with the Scattergun and the extra Fleet Trooper. He has 2 squads of Rebel Troopers with no upgrades. And then he also has a squad of Rebel Pathfinders. So on them he has Pow, who has the upgrade to increase their range 1 to 4. And also fires 1 red and 1 white with offensive push, recon intel, and the config. He also has 1 sniper team with proton charge, so he's going to get out there and try and do some saboteuring, dropping mines and all sorts of fun stuff. And then finally, he's got an ATRT with a flamethrower. So Rhett's gone for a very wild list, if you will. On the other side of the board, we've got Brad running a clone list, and then so on the other side of the field, we've got Brad running clones. So he's running Captain Rex with aggressive tactics. He's got Ahsoka Tano, who is standing in tonight as Obi-Wan Kenobi with Force Reflexes. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3 squads of Phase 2s with a Z6 upgrade. And then he has another Phase 2 squad with the 5s, so allowing him to have coordinate for clone troopers. He's then got 2 squads of ARC, so he's got 1 full squad who has jetpacks and long-range comlinks. So they don't have any of their long-range weapons really, apart from the 1 to 3 blaster. And then finally, he's got an ARC Trooper strike team with Echo. And so that's the lists. Let's switch back to our good view. So in terms of the map setup tonight, they are playing on this map here, which has some nice towers, some nice heavy terrain. The mission they're playing tonight is recover the supplies. So there are 5 supplies placed around this map, and then each of them have placed 2. At the end of the game, they get a victory point for each supply that they control. Then they're playing on disarray, which isn't too bad for either of them. So they need to deploy at least 1 unit in each corner. So they've got a big spread out area they need to deal with. And then finally, the condition they've ended up with was limited visibility. So during the first turn, they can't see beyond range 2, and then beyond second round, they can't see beyond range 3. So to limit the sniper, the 1 sniper that's on the field at the moment in the ARC troopers, as well as it'll probably put some limitations on Rhett's Cassian Andor. Good evening, Mr. Evan Teasdale.
Hello.
So we are on and talking, and I'm talking. I've just gone through all the lists.
Okay. Yep.
So I was just talking. I was just starting to talk about, just starting to look at what the mission and area looks like for them, while trying to figure out 6 things at once. So I spoke to Rhett quickly before, and he mentioned that he eliminated battle lines and then passed, and then I think Brad eliminated one of the missions. They ended up on recover the supplies, disarray, and limited viz on this map. So as Brad sets an ATRT upside down, it's going to flip all over the place. Oh, sorry, Rat. I keep forgetting who's playing Rebels. So far, no one's talking in the chat, so I'm guessing no one's watching. It's just us.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm wondering if they've actually put a link. I'm going to quickly do that while we talk. Okay. So yeah, disarray for 2 armies that both have 2 commanders.
Okay,
so
that's not a bad balance.
Not a terrible, and the fun one as well is that it is recover, and Rhett has 3 units that can potentially infiltrate on top of these. So the question, I guess, do you think we see Rhett dive turn 1 and try and deploy a unit on each of the boxes?
I think you're certainly going to try for it.
Yeah.
Just jumping in as a spectator.
Yep.
Here we go.
Evening, Captain Mudbutt. There is someone watching the stream. We're not alone.
So yeah, we have an SQ ATRT, I see. And another SQ ATRT. So both the ATRTs on angle.
On balancing on angles. So yeah. So here comes the recon intel from Rhett's singular proton saboteur team. Let's switch to Captain Mudbutt is Tony. Hey Tony, how you doing? So if we go top down, look at that. So disarray on this map. They've actually changed it, because remember we've played on this map before, and last time there was no, on this wall up near the yellow ATRT was a big solid wall.
Yeah, they've definitely reduced the terrain there, so that you can actually get up at both sides.
Yeah. So I briefly spoke to Rhett beforehand as well about which crates each of them placed. So the 2 up near that Rhett has currently scouted his proton charge saboteurs up to. So the 2 up this end were placed by him, and the 2 down the other end placed by Brad. So interestingly, it looks like they're both going to be charging forward to get something to deal something off to their side.
Yeah.
And then that middle crate is going to be the real question. And here comes this one. Here comes Brad. I keep getting them backwards because they're using the wrong faction. Here comes Rex and his crew with the scouting party.
Yep.
So what that is
cover in the back.
Yeah. So what that is Rex has Scout 1. So then after he uses Scout, he can choose 2 friendly units at 2, and those units may perform a speed equal to your Scout value. So he doesn't have recon intel on Rex like you'd normally see. So with that, you can only do a Scout 1. But that can sometimes be enough to sneak them forward, especially on something like recover. Can set up.
Yeah, Scout 1's still getting your fair way with 3 units, including Rex. It's not too bad.
I mean, yeah, getting close enough to potentially then use take that clankers in, never a bad thing. Take that clankers being the command card that allows him to shoot at increased range, so he's got range 4 with his Z6s and the like. And all of his units have. We just noticed Brad is going to have a whole lot of surges in this game. He's got aggressive tactic plus 4 units of phase 2s.
Wow. Okay.
It's going to
More
be
surges that he's
surges
going to need.
everywhere. Yeah. Well, with the ability to share them around, could get a bit wild.
Definitely means he can use them on the offense and still have them retained for the defense, which is good. Red dice with that surge available can be very defensive.
I'm just mixing through these and just seeing what other views I've got while we're in this first area, because again I'm playing with using Brad's OBS from here, so he's got some scenes. I'm just seeing what they all are for us. Okay, that's our command card view, which we'll see, which we've improved on from last week, where you can actually see the battlefield as things go. Top down. He's just down the okay. So I guess this is interesting with limited viz, in that normally you'd see everyone just clump together and put maybe one scout team in a box, but they've both kind of spread out because of, I suppose, because of the mission.
Yeah, it's definitely all of the board in use at the moment. It's not going to be too concentrated until late in the game, I think, when they're going to go for that middle token.
I feel like this end up near, again, the dice rolling end of the table is going to get a bit wild with an ATRT, fleet troopers, rebel troopers, sonic charge, and Rex is over here, and Ahsoka, inverted commas, Obi-Wan is down this end as well. So that may be a wild area as the game goes on. Rhett still has 3 more activations to deploy. Is Rhett going to infiltrate with June is the question. Does he want to throw her right in front of these guys? I'd hope that the answer is no. We have seen how wonderful Danger Sense can be, but white dice are white dice.
Looks like he's attempting it, although she's kind of in the open at the moment.
Because you've got to be beyond range 3, so
yeah.
Surprised he doesn't just dump on the middle one, but I suppose these red clones that have scouted up around the building here have actually kind of limited him from being able to do that.
Yeah, that'll really block that off.
Yeah.
And the orange clones up the corner will prevent
and going back to the way
hiding behind sandbags.
Tony's pointed out that limited vis will make this interesting. It's interesting, but there is only one dedicated sniper on the board at the moment in Echo, in the strike team that Brad has. He can, Rhett can choose to switch Cassian into a sniper config, but I almost feel like early in the game he's probably just going to stick with his 3 dice gun. It's 2 reds and a black at 1 to 2, which is pretty solid. Because if he can get close enough, and he can spend an aim to make it at range 3, so that will do some work.
And he has the offensive push, so he can move up and get that aim if he needs it.
Well, Cassian has tactical as well.
Oh yes, natively.
So he can use that move up, get 2 aims, and then have the pistol shot. But I think he probably saves that for his Cassian 1 pip turn, which does all the shenanigans. So I'll be honest, I've only played against Cassian once, And unfortunately, I blew him up on turn 2 with a high energy shell from tank, so I haven't seen a whole lot of Cassian.
I haven't been overly impressed with him so far, but maybe the right subtle play, and I know Rhett has some experience with rebels, so maybe he'll.
I think as a solo
something.
commander, he's not amazing. Is maybe where I've kind of pegged him as people trying to use him as a solo commander, which probably isn't ideal, because he tends to be a little bit more aggressive maybe than others. But I suppose with Jin as well, he's got 2 commanders that can do some work.
Yep.
Brad's just putting his other. So Brad's basically used both of his scouts from his struck teams to move, or his arc teams to move up onto the almost onto the objectives.
Grab him
Fortunately, I don't
early
think
and
he
run away.
putting that blue squad down. I think he might have just messed up his angle to get close enough. So it's a little bit unfortunate. So I think if he'd been able to put where his echo down where the blue strike, orange based, they're all blue because they're 501st.
Yep.
The orange based phase 2s
Although
there, he
they're
may have
red
been a bit
team.
closer. What's that, sorry?
They're red team,
Yeah, I know.
which even
Red
confuses
team
it further.
with blue and then different colored bases, of course. They're just trying to confuse us, guys. So now Rhett's got a little bit of responsiveness now because he has another 3 activations over
Yeah,
anything
that's
that.
quite a balance
But I
shift
mean,
there.
Cassian and K2 do have to deploy together as the deployment. So probably not ideal.
Yeah,
I
K2
suppose the
being the
question is,
detachment.
so I'm just pulling up K2's card if everyone can see on the stream as well. So K2 is incognito, but he can't be attacked by enemy units beyond range 1 unless you performed an attack or used an objective card action during this game. So he can't really jump onto one of those boxes because as soon as he's on the box, he's a viable target.
Yep, that
Oh, here we go.
Imperial.
So Rhett has deployed his Pathfinders, hasn't infiltrated, instead he's chosen to scout and then use offensive push. So I think he's going to try and alpha strike this arc squad off this box over here on the far end. Rhett is particularly squeaky in the audio type. Yeah. So I'm assuming Cassian's going down as a commander, not as an operative and infiltrating. So Rhett's clustered all of his. Now, the one thing I'm noticing here though is Rhett doesn't have anything Courage 2 down this end of the board, apart from his sniper team. Or sorry, I keep saying sniper team. His proton surge charge guys over here. Yeah, Brad's just getting his tactical from his scouts as well. So, oh, there you go. So, both Cassian has scouted up as well as the Pathfinder. Let's have a look at the top down of this and just see. Yes, just setting up Cassian and K2 there, so he's putting K2 forward a little bit more, get in the way.
Yep, those arcs will never suspect that Imperial tactical droid.
So I'm not a huge knowledgeable about the command cards, but I'd say this first turn could be interesting. I'm not exactly sure what cards both of them are running, so
well, they're about to play their first one, so
yeah, if they've played them. We'll switch over to that view and everything. Yeah. So in terms of deployment, I don't think anyone's really won deployment, if you will, as sometimes you feel.
No, although I think how those arcs fare will make a big difference over on the non-dice side of the board.
And a very good point. Oh, here we go. What have we got?
All right, standing orders.
Standing orders by everyone. Yeah. Let's even look. Look, we're prepared, guys. We changed the command view, and they're both running standing orders. That's exciting. The question is, will Brad remember his additional face up from. Yes. Oh. Okay. So he's deploying. He's giving his Brad's giving his one command to his arcs up this far end. So we'll just the top down view, get a bit more view. Arc troops have reliable as well. No, they don't.
No, arc troops don't. They have tactical.
Yeah. So everything else has reliable.
Well, going through Brad's list, you got phase 2s 1, 2, 3, 4 with reliable, and then the arc troops with tactical, Rex with tactical as well, and then Ahsoka, B1 Kenobi, doing Jedi things.
Yeah. So actually, yeah. So Echo does add reliable to.
Yes, that is a point.
That's good. So it does mean that apart from his two commanders, Brad's whole list has surges. I don't believe. No, Ret doesn't have aggressive tactics, but Rebels don't really need it as much. So
the only face up on Brad's side went to the arcs.
Yep, and then he's just used he's passing out a surge to everything else from wherever he is. So let's switch. Stacking up their tokens and we'll see what happens. Turn 1. Hoping. Just make sure that when the messages remind them of stuff, it doesn't show up on stream, which is good. Okay. So Brad's moving these arcs to claim the objective. I don't know if I would have worried about claiming this turn, because there's a whole lot of hurt coming towards him. This other side of the board.
Yeah, a dodge.
Maybe would have like shot and just put them in base contact, because they're moving again, right? They'd have another aim.
Yeah, they're moving now. So a second aim and then a shot through the grass into maybe those
They've got
pathfinders.
sharpshooter, so that grass does nothing. The arc troopers shoot at 1 to 3. One black at 1 to 3.
They've got the same standard rifle as a regular clone.
Yeah, so if they get to 1 to 2, they get an extra white dice as well. So yeah, that potentially might have been the play, because now
he did move them into heavy cover, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think
he also forgot his tactical aim.
If someone else. Here comes Jin into Echo. So Jin shooting with her pistol, so she's going to be rolling with the 2 reds and a white with Pierce 1.
And Sharpshooter 1.
She's going to do some hurt against these arcs, even though they do have ability to re-roll those. So where are we? Dice.
So a hit and a crit.
Hit and a crit.
Thanks to Surge crit.
So Brad will be rolling 3 red dice against this attack.
Well, you should actually be getting light cover out of that, so I'm pretty sure it's just the 2.
Heavy cover? Yeah, so it's a heavy cover, yeah. So
yep. So it turns into light, but that still pierces, and
they
that's
have
both those.
Yeah, that's Echo gone in the first turn.
Yeah. That's a heavy hit to take.
Doesn't it kill both of
them? Somebody forgetting Pierce?
This is the first attack I'll do that, but so they called this cover 2 down to 1, so that's yep. So it was only.
Oh, sorry, my
so there was.
miscalculation. They rolled
Yep.
the right number of.
They rolled.
Yep.
Yeah, they did have the impervious in there, so they then.
Yep.
Was.
Yep.
One save though.
I can count. All right.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
So
Yes.
one save. Well, one died regardless because that one save would have pierced. So
Yeah.
had he
But he
rolled
hasn't.
two,
So he hasn't lost a whole lot. He should also have a suppression. So I've got it. No. We are very much in the can't do anything mode of TTS at the moment. We should maybe give us one of us as a
oh, there's a
bit more
suppression now. Red
involvement.
just threw one down.
Yep. So keep wanting to say Sabine. It's Ahsoka's coming in pretty aggressively, to be honest.
The only
He's got
reason Brad's not playing Sabine is because he can't.
Yes, and he's playing Ahsoka. So if anyone's just joined us, Ahsoka is definitely Obi-Wan, as far as everything else is concerned. I almost feel like that was a mistake coming in that early, because I feel like these fleet troopers can move up and then hunt a 10 dice at Ahsoka.
They certainly have the capacity to do some damage.
Or
Looks like the rebels just double moved up to try and claim that objective.
Yeah, I believe that both ATRTs have flamethrowers. Don't know if he's wanting to use the flamethrower on Ahsoka, but that is an option he's got. So I think so that's potentially why Brad had to move Obi-Wan there, is he's driving the stack, everything basically. Still never would have pushed them all the way up that fast, but I suppose these are the choices we make.
Yep. So this is 5s moving up.
Yeah, this is the squad with 5s, who is coming very aggressive.
Yeah.
So 5s gives the unit coordinate clone trooper and 3 extra black dice. So they're rolling what, 7 black dice, 4 or 5 of them.
Although it looks like he's double moved.
Feels
this
strong.
turn.
Yeah, so he's double moving. I think he's going to try and counter this purple unit here to slow them down before they start doing that box. While that's happening, Rhett's moving Cassian up on the right-hand flank for us, our view. He's going to, get all of the aims possible. And I believe he's going to shoot at some arcs. Yes, teamwork will pass an aim to K2. So when K2 gets an aim, or Cassian gets an aim, they pass to each other. Not sure if Rhett's quite touching that terrain to get the remove the cover. Not sure how they've called it, but we'll see what happens. I mean, they're still in the cover at the back yet.
Yeah, they've still got heavy cover from the troops, so it shouldn't matter. From the trees, sorry.
Cassian interestingly doesn't have sharpshooter.
No,
Does, however, have
by
marksman though. Marksman, tactical, and then his pistol shouldn't need to use. Okay, so they're playing that as no cover. Is open, yeah. They're both agreeing on that. So they're using the TTS maps have built-in cover options and stuff when you mouse over, but obviously because I can't even interact with anything. But this one is actually saying that it provides cover if it obstructs though, even though there is gap at the front. But that's fine. They're playing as no cover. So the shot's coming in now. 3. He's going to re-roll. Oh, here we go. So Rhett's rolled 3 hits. Interestingly, he didn't spend 3 aims to make them 3 crits. But I guess there's no cover anyway, so it didn't matter. They don't have any dodges, so. This looks like a sad arc unit. These arc troopers are making a very big splat in
They
this
are
game.
indeed, yeah. That's not what you want from arc troopers.
No. We did say maybe Brad had played them a little bit aggressively, but
It
you could
does seem
hope
to
with
be the
Impervious
case.
red dice that maybe they wouldn't just die. So I'm feeling like that unit's going to be on the run with its jetpack next turn to try and hold on to that box.
If it survives the barrage from Pathfinders.
True, those Pathfinders, which config they're in at the moment. They're in their 1 to 2 short range config, so they'll probably just move up and then pump 5 red dice in there with multiple aims and wonderfulness.
Not entirely sure that config is intentional, but that's where it is.
I feel like it probably was in this short range sort of mode.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because 1 to 3 they could just aim there and shoot. Really, Brad's drawing Rex from the stack. Got eyes on that middle objective. Now, is he going to remember that he's got tactical? Nope. So tactical isn't a must. Sure. Say on the card that has tactical. So
it's just a gain, so
yeah,
it looks like it's a must.
probably it's a must. I'll just add on.
It looks like Rhett's just reminded him.
Yeah, I sent Rhett a message to remind him that he's
Okay.
passing things along because I don't have Brad on Steam.
Yep.
Really should fix
Brad's
that.
just got to remember how clones work.
Brad's just learning how good tactical is as he goes, going, do I get one for each move?
Yep.
Yes, you do. Oh, okay, so K2 is dropping the incognito early on to roll 5 white dice with Pierce and Suppressive at this Arc Trooper.
Oh, yep, using Jin's SE14.
Yep, he's got 2 aims, so 5 white dice should do some work. Look, he's rolled a whole 2 surges so far. Feel like he's going to use the aims.
He does surge to crit, though.
Oh, he does. Okay, that's wonderful. That's 1 aim. There's a 2nd aim. Seems
All right,
quite
3
nice.
crits.
So 3 crits. And Pierce, so he's going to be. Brad should be rolling 4 defense dice.
And needs a shield on all 4 to avoid losing his last arc.
He needs pictures on 3 dice, on 4 dice.
That is not enough.
Not enough. So the only arcs Brad has left are Echo and 5s. That's rough. Yeah, it's unfortunate. For some reason the arcs are now bugged out with a wooden thing above them, but we won't mention that. TDS does as it wants. Yeah, so they've set up nicely.
You're probably better off confirming the range before he commits to anything.
He's measured it with the so he's measured it the other way. Did Brad actually put out his reliable surges? I don't know that he did.
This squad doesn't seem to have any.
Yeah.
Oh, he gave one to Echo, but not to Orange Squad.
Do they?
Nope, he missed them. There we go.
There we go. Now we're all sorted. Now they have a mod. They also have Echoes Echo's dice there because Echo is, of course, a clone trooper. And the clone
Yes,
troopers are
so
allowed to use tokens from friendly units at range 1.
thing that makes
So-
them competitive and sometimes over competitive, depending on who you talk to. All right, opening up with the full clone squad against an in the open Jin, it looks like.
It's going to be a big fistful of dice.
And lots of
It's
blanks.
a fistful of blank.
So using Echo's aim there to double up on the blanks.
That's, as Brad just exclaimed, trash. Even for white dice, you'd expect
That is
a couple,
unfortunate.
and the black dice should roll a hit. So no cover as well. I don't think it's coming straight through. So Jin's not even fast 2 wins early on. She doesn't want to take anything
care.
anyway. Surge defense.
The
She'll get a
luck-
suppression, which really Jin's actually happy about that. Getting a bit
Yeah,
of suppression on Jin because she has Danger Sense and Dauntless, and basically everything she cares about is if she's got some suppression, she just does better. So here come the first ATRT.
so not a strong opening for Brad over on the Arc side of the board.
Not ideal, no. So we were saying who had won deployment, and it looks like Rhett might have won that downed LAAT. Start referring to because I don't know which angle you're looking at things.
Yep.
Rhett trying to make things magically balanced on top of a barricade. Oop. Don't touch it. It's balancing. Oh. Does he? The question here. So he's gone for range 1. He's got a flamethrower though. So he's got a whole 2 black dice into Ahsoka. Or does he roll the 2 white dice through the at the phase 2s? Debating.
Funnily enough, Ahsoka can still deflect a flamethrower if she wants.
Flamethrowers aren't immune deflect. Huh. Yes, of course. Logic.
It's weird, but you know.
So he's going to roll 2 crits because crit surge. Oh no, 2 hits.
2 hits.
2 hits.
But in the open, because she's not in the cover.
Yep. It's spray and blast as well, so the cover doesn't matter.
That as well. So not spending the dodge, saving it for the fleets apparently. Unfortunate because it could have been 2 wounds. Yeah.
Does deflect work into vehicles? It was only troopers.
I believe it works into vehicles.
I have to double check that. But yeah, that's probably not an ideal start.
Take the wounds. The attacker suffers 1 wound for each surge rolled.
Yeah, okay. There you go. That would have, and you take that, right? Putting wounds on an ATRT when you haven't got a whole lot of sources of impact is definitely worth it. So I'm just noticing this saboteur team could set up some nastiness with Sab's proton charges. Echo is going to try and rally first, maybe. Not that it makes a huge difference. Find it. Not that it's going to stop Echo. So.
No, but correct procedure of play is always important.
Yep. If it gets rid of the suppression, it potentially get him less cover.
Well,
so,
suppression stays.
Probably not too fussed about that. He's still got 2 courage, so
yeah,
has enough. I believe they spent that aim. Oh, so yep, they've reclaimed that aim by taking that action. This should put some hurt in.
Something on Jin. Anything on Jin.
2 hits. So at the moment, that's not a whole lot. He does have the option for lethal to make it pierce, but Jin's currently got heavy cover. Well,
she'll have light cover and he has sharpshooter, so she should have no cover. So she will get the danger sense, but yep. So he's spending the aim for PS1. So Jin will roll 3 whites.
2, because only one's going through. The cover's there. I'm assuming they've ruled that somehow, but sure.
Okay. Oh no, he rolled 3.
3 for 1 suppression, yeah. So 1 wound on Jin.
Yep.
And another suppression. Not terrible. Not terrible.
Oh, better than the phase ones
Jin's
did. Phase
better than
twos.
phase 1. So Jin's got 6 health total. So getting some early wounds in there, trying to get
She is
push back.
quite tough to put down with
Yeah,
the
there's not
danger
a lot.
sense and 6 wounds, 3 courage.
There's not a lot of heavy cover for her to sit in, which is when she gets really hard to get pushed to move. I mean, Rhett can take his time now. Probably just have K2 walk up to this objective out on the side. Probably wants the rebel troopers for useful. They got 4 black dice, whereas K2 just wanders over and grabs a box at the end of the turn. Or
Yep, he's
next turn,
certainly
and
got enough
then
troops around to do it.
he's still got the Pathfinders there as well. He can switch to range 4 config and start plinking away at things too. I mean, they won't be able to do it this turn, remembering that we've got limited ability. So Brad's last 2 units just spin around the side of the board. He's got the purple unit that's hiding in this in the grass there, and the red unit that advanced with Rex. That aim token should have gone with Rex, but that's going to cause an turn. So as I've spun this board around, this yellow ATRT is in a prime position to start throwing some fire in a few turns.
Yep. Well, 1 walk forward and it'll have some good shots on Rex or the red phase 2s. I think you'll probably try and save him till last with the face-up order token and
I mean, he's
move
only
him into
Brad's only
barbecue.
got 1 more activation this turn anyway. So Brad's got the red phase 2 unit, and then Rat can move any of fleet troopers, ATRT, or the Pathfinders, or even R2D2 and C3PO, who I've just noticed are down here as well. So that almost means that Red's guaranteeing himself a secret mission, I feel like.
Yep, seems like.
That seems like a better roll than last time.
That's 2
in
crits.
that he's actually rolled more than 1 hit.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 crits and a hit. So the hit's going to go away, and then 2 crits are going to land. Which, you know, two crits straight in on ATRT. A game yesterday where an ATRT that lived on 1 wound for about 7 turns of shooting. So here come the mighty fleet troopers. When was the last time you saw someone running fleet troopers in a game, Evan?
It's been a very long time.
And was it me mistakenly like 2 years ago? Actually, no,
I think it probably was.
Actually, no. I think there was at least 1 person running fleet troopers at game, and you wrecked it. It was perfectly balanced threat, and you bumped.
Oh, it's staying.
Got it again. So they're going to move up
Alright.
and then take the shot. So they're going to be
This
rolling.
is where she's going to need that. Well, first they should have a suppression.
Yeah. I can't click it. Yes.
And she'll definitely be using a dodge in this one.
So that is a whole 12 dice getting thrown at Ahsoka.
Okay.
2 crits. So, is it Brad's going to spend the dodge for no benefit in reducing the attack, but he does get the deflect. So, is he going to roll 2 surges again? That's the question.
Ooh, there's 1.
Now, is Ahsoka Obi-Wan Pierce immune? She is.
She is, yes.
I'm not sure if that's a fair trade. 1 fleet trooper for 1 wound.
It should be no wounds, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be known.
Because of the pierce immunity.
Yes, we've got it sorted. Go. We're on the ball.
That does open Ahsoka up to a nice charge next turn for into the
Yes.
ATRT or into the fleet troopers.
ATRTs don't use. Brad's asking for silhouette, but let me just do this. I'll do it in here. Da-da-da-da. So the angle that Brad has currently, I've got it on stream, is the tightest angle just to see the head of this ATRT. So if he moves forward, he loses the angle. So realistically, what he should do is just one very simple thing of take a standby.
Yep, that's what clones do well.
Wait, and he's going to move. I'm not sure. We're both listening to them, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah. So we can hear their game talk. Oh, double move.
I don't know if that's really the ideal.
Brad's just double moved and stated, "Come at me."
I
So
think he will.
I think Rhett will go, okay. I feel like that was not the play, Brad. Brad's looking after our sleep schedules and making the last game potentially.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to last very long because, yep, Rhett's about to open up. He has range 1 already, so he can take an aim and just barbecue. No, that's Rex's aim.
Yep, they're on the ball. Scout. Okay. So yes, so I don't even think that Rhett has to move. I don't know why he did.
Just
I feel
confident
like
in his
he
black
had
dice,
range.
I guess.
I feel like he had range 1 there anyway.
He did. It was highlighted, but maybe he wants to move closer.
He's got spray, so I can't see him missing. He's rolling 11, 10 white dice?
10 black dice with surge crit.
Yep, so surge crit. So that's 8 into fleet troop.
Into the phase 2s. Ouch.
Let's see. Remember, this is still turn 1, everyone. So he's going to lose 1. Spend the surge and lose 1.
That is lucky. That is very lucky.
You take those. I still don't think that was the play.
No.
I think a standby down here would have been amazing because you would have had the shot and forced Rhett to have to move again. Okay, so what's Rhett got left? He's got, I think Rhett has Pathfinders left and that's it. No, he's got a couple of things left. Pathfinders and, oh, he's Proton Charge Saboteurs. Yeah, here we go. Claim or move and then lob something around the corner, maybe? No, he's got a double move. So a single move there and then lob the charge would have been the idea for me. So the Proton Charge Saboteurs, let me remind everyone, they roll when they throw out a mine at range 1 of the unit leader and in line of sight. So then when any unit performs an action, they can choose to detonate it, and it'll detonate and do 2 reds and 1 red, 2 whites with crit, surge, blast, and impact 1. But it will potentially affect them if they're in range as well. So a lot of the times when you'll see proton charge saboteurs or strike teams with sab charges, you're not going to see just one. You'll see 3, 4. Well, not 4, but you'll see 3 of them, so that because any unit with the detonate keyword can trigger that detonation. So here comes R2D. Slowly. Does he go for the disrespect play and claim the objective with R2 and get the victory point?
That would be pretty funny. There's not a lot to oppose him.
Have R2D2 and C3PO run away with the win of the game. Yes. So POW gives the unit Inspire 1, so they can remove a suppression from a friendly unit range 1 to 2. So they've just removed the suppression that Cassian had from when he got shot at by someone who's no longer with us, I believe. And those Pathfinders getting aggressive. They've got that. They have that red dice config equipped, so they can hurt some fleet troopers, or sorry, not fleet troopers, some arc troopers, or some phase 2s next turn. Yep. I believe that is the end of turn 1. So at the end of turn 1, Brad has lost a full unit of arcs, a half a strike team, and has set up badly for the next turn. Let's put it that way. So let's switch to our top-down view. So let's talk about what we think is going to happen. Brad's gone in quick. The question is, do you think it's going to be one of those Obi-Wan 1 pips and jump in and start slicing things up? Cassian's probably not far off either.
I think Brad probably wants to do some damage in there wherever possible.
So we've got Rebellious, I believe, is the card for Jin.
Yep, so Jin's going to do the charge in. So maybe take on those phase 2s. And yep, hello there from
Ahsoka Obi-Wan.
So we'll gain
Priority's
1 aim, so 2 aim, dodge, standby, or surge tokens because there are 2 enemy units in range. 1 to 2.
Brad losing priority there, I don't actually think he's that stressed about. He's a little bit disappointed in the comms there, but when Rhett's played a 1 pip as well, it's only going to get 1 order out. I don't think that's going to be super stressful. Brad. Okay, making sure Brad remembered his reliables this time. He did, so that's good. With his whole list as reliable, it's quite strong. So Rhett's not even waiting; he's just going straight into melee.
Yep, and to touch that crate.
Jin rolls 4 blacks, suppressive in melee. I believe this command card, I don't know what he's done with it. Does it let her do... Sorry, I'll switch to a view that actually makes this
so
usable for people watching.
Charge, and she can take a suppression token to perform an additional attack when they activate if she doesn't kill them all in the first round.
So, and then they have to... Well, she can do it for a move as well. So if they withdraw to get out of the combat, she can charge.
Well, this is before their rally step.
Oh, of course. So this is going to be potentially.
So this is going to be a double punch from Jin, basically.
So 4 blacks. Let's see. Going to roll 3 hits.
3 hits. Yep.
Wins melee, so there's no suppression cover. Just 3 hits, says Brad.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
The Force is definitely not with the Republic tonight, folks.
It really isn't.
It's really unfortunate. He's going to lose the Z6 as well.
He loses 3, doesn't he? So
is there
Z6
a full 5
leader
there?
Remains.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That's the leader that he's just moved. Yep. So he's got
And it's super confusing. In one of the squad with 5s, I was wondering if it's going to bust how it did leader, but it does work. And that should be a suppressive, so it's only one suppression, yeah, of course. Because it's a melee attack. Comes Ahsoka. And did Ahsoka gain her tokens?
I don't think Brad read the card. Looks like he's going to try and charge the fleet troopers.
Brad's doing really well to remember his tokens for
yeah.
Tony's just saying just flip the table now. Yeah. I think it's like we didn't think it was too one-sided at one turn. Yeah, I don't know if it's just Brad's been too aggressive or he just hasn't clumped up properly, or
well, he's very unfamiliar with clones, which doesn't help.
That's true. We did, so for those that didn't watch last week, we did randomize between the 4 of us which faction would be playing for this 4 rounds of tournament. So in normal play, I prefer to play the Separatists. Evan proposed to play Imperials. So we both drew randomly Separatists and Imperials. Rhett plays basically any faction he gets hands on, so he's pretty comfortable with everything, but he's been playing a fair chunk of Rebels recently. Brad has some clones, but is definitely a Rebel player at heart. So these guys are the ones you can see that a little bit of unfamiliarity coming out maybe tonight with Brad.
Brad pulling the fleet troopers away from that objective as much as possible.
I almost would have dived on the ATRT and just wiped it. Obi-Wan has critical 2 and impact. Crit 2, impact 2, pierce 2. So that potentially puts a whole lot of hurt into that ATRT. It's only taken 1.
It would have been a good play, yeah.
Because then now it's going to trundle forward 1 step and throw some fire at things, but...
And it's feeling invincible from the fire after last round, I reckon.
Here comes the lightsaber into the fleet troopers.
Okay,
not a bad roll so far. He's got an aim token, so
there.
Honestly, the aim on a red and a black is
pretty good.
Who's going to complain about that?
That's better.
That's 6 hits. The red dice coming back. Now, fleet troopers. Do the white dice giveth and taketh. That's 6 dead fleet troopers.
The white dice do not give enough.
So that swings back a little bit into Brad's favour.
ATRT is still going to be a pain, though.
True, but again, it's only going to be 2 black dice. So, I mean, she's not in the best position, but at the same time...
not a lot going to be shooting at her at the moment.
Would killing the ATRT have just meant the fleet troopers shot at Ahsoka? That's probably an important thing to note is the fleet troopers getting the range
with 2 dodge tokens. Yeah. True. It would have been a gamble, a bigger gamble, I think.
True.
All right.
So Pepple have claimed...
Troopers moving around.
They claimed on their first action and they're just moving out wide.
So they're running away from...
Ahsoka next turn, maybe jumping over, yeah.
Because, yeah, even a double move, I think they're getting as much distance as possible.
Needs to move his box with the unit leader, yep. Now, something we didn't talk about last week when we were hostage more, we were playing, is you can be sneaky with your deployments of where you place your objective token, because it matters. So if he had 2 units next, Brad relearning how to be familiar with.
Well, I think the last time I played Brad, it was him with Rebels trying to grab objective tokens, and the game-defining moment was playing Krennic's Annihilation Looms and causing his completely untouchable Rebel squad that was behind a building on the opposite side of the board to all my units to drop the objective and flee off the board, thereby giving me enough for a victory.
That's unfortunate. And I last week, if anyone watched that Annihilation Looms in turn 5 had me worried, because if the hostage unit I had didn't have increased courage, I lost that game. Brad's just trying to find Rex. Okay.
Rex.
All of
maybe
his units look the same. So, does he move, and punch into the side of one of these ATRTs, or move once to get aims? He's going for the
looks
middle
like
objective, I
he's
think.
going for the objective. Does his
Brad's
Rex have
playing
the jump pack? It does not.
No. He had the jump pack on his
Those 4 arcs
eight.
that got killed. All right, looks like yep, he's going for that middle objective. It's a little bit of an exposed Rex, but
maybe a bit early
nearby
to dive, but I suppose if he can get it and get out, he's in a good position.
Yep, true. If he can grab it, regroup with some phase 2s.
Yeah, these blue and purple phase 2s doing some work. Okay, so here comes the saboteur team. Throw a mine. No, he's going to move again. Just throw a charge and move backwards.
That would be.
Or is he trying?
He really, really wants to get more than 1 squad, but that's not going to happen.
I mean, it just feels greedy because he's going to get himself. No, the proton charge is not a free action, unfortunately. Because if it was a free action, I'd almost say throw it and then move into melee with the blue squad.
Yep, he's trying to be greedy. He's
trying to put it behind range 1, but it has blast, so you need to get it really behind something. Because if it can see part of the unit, they get no cover. Is he trying to get range 1 on the...
He's probably seeing that it's worth it to be able to hit both Ahsoka and 5's squad.
Yeah, and he's not hitting his ATRT. So the play for Brad is move out of range of that 9 right now. So
or just kill the commandos.
True, but it would still trigger. Oh no, they'd be dead first, wouldn't they? Yeah.
They'd be dead first.
Yeah. I mean, that's
looks
probably
like
not a terrible idea as well.
Though.
I mean, no, don't do it, Brad. So,
yep, he's doing
Brad
it.
aimed first,
thereby allowing Rhett to detonate the proton charge.
But if he had an action first, dodge would have been first. Should have been the right choice. So, who's this?
So that's
so this is into Ahsoka. She's into
so
Ahsoka.
Dodging 1, activating her, and nimble means that she retains the 2 dodges. All right,
so
that
gets
saves
the surge
Ahsoka.
defense, so it doesn't take it.
And deflects back on the proton charge.
Did Brad not spend a dodge?
He did. Brad is forgetting surge defense.
No, you just spend a dodge. Just spend a dodge. Yep, there we go. So, Ahsoka doesn't take anything. Does...
Brad proclaiming it's even better than he thought. It is quite a good ability. Everyone can be very defensive.
So it is still a ranged attack, so the suppression does. So now he's rolling into someone else. So he's rolling into the clones, yep. That's
Clones
unfortunate.
Save up. And only 1 into the...
He's not
commandos.
terrible, but he's going to lose the lose the body. Which I don't know if that was worth
Shouldn't
it.
have got greedy.
Could have just thrown a mine from where they were and then moved back behind the building and set it up. Because I think even a mine from where he was, directly on the corner of that grey crate, would have hit both anyway. And he wouldn't have had
Yeah.
to sacrifice himself. So back to the phase 2 clones. They've aimed.
So now they're going to split their fire. So Five's is going to shoot the lone saboteur.
Yeah,
And
good choice from Brad here. So 5's shooting the Sab, and the other. Yes, Rhett's just noticed. Can that last guy actually see? Yes, the last guy can see one. So the 5 shot does 1 crit, which is not.
which is enough to get through that heavy cover that the saboteur has.
Does Brad want to just risk it on that dice? I think you'd want to save it. Spending the aim on this attack, I would have maybe saved it for the rebel troopers, but that's okay. That's probably going to do it. No. He's rolled too many. He's rolled too many dice.
He should actually only have 1 die to roll.
No. Too many. So in the official rules, if you roll too many dice, you roll again. If you don't roll enough, then you roll the extras.
So luckily, he did still roll a surge.
He did roll 3 saves, but it's important to note that, if you don't roll enough, you need to roll up to it.
So poor luck there again for Brad, since Rhett's rolled 4 saves out of 4, even if 3 of them weren't right. And then only...
Now he doesn't have the aim for these 2, which they're going to have... Oh, they won't have cover, I don't think. There's more than half of them are outside of it.
It does say they only get cover if they are
these
fully
white
within
dice.
It. Jeez. Rhett's white much stronger than Brad's red at the moment.
Are far too good tonight. The real question now is, does the ATRT just come through and do some fireworks? So it comes K2 up the other end of the board. Remember this side of the board?
Oh yeah, that one with all the rebels.
Yes. K2 is going to move, I believe. He's going to move around. Blast 1 to 2, so he doesn't get a shot this turn. So he's using calculator odds, which passes out an aim, a surge, aim and dodge, and a suppression to it at range 1. So he's passing it to the Pathfinders, which is quite nice because basically what it means is they have the same keywords as Jin does, so they're going to roll more defense dice against their suppression. K2 probably wasn't going to do a whole lot more there. So we'll see what Brad draws now.
So Z6 into the ATRT to try and fish for some crits.
Yep.
And the 4 remainders into that lone saboteur.
That's probably a fair call. I mean, he's going to roll. He's got as much chance of rolling the crits on the black dice as the white dice, but he really wants to get rid of this single. So comes the Z6 to start off with. No crits.
Unfortunately, no crits.
So he's not going to spend any aims. And now he's going to shoot at the lone saboteur for 3 if he spends that surge. Oh, he does have an aim. Probably should have used it against the ATRT. You just surge, right? Trying to get a crit maybe to get through the cover. That works.
That's pretty good. That's
That
2.
works. That's 2 saves Rhett's going to make. And Rhett does not make 2
Finally,
saves.
the saboteur goes down.
So it's slowly but surely, Brad's starting to claw his way back a little bit in terms of actually killing stuff. But I mean, there's a lot of dead Republic forces over this side of the board so far.
Yeah, they definitely are, especially the expensive ones.
Here comes R2 and C3PO just plodding away.
Looks like they're going for that crate, as you said.
Great, and secret mission probably just total along. They'll get there eventually.
Nothing to oppose.
Red's not in any rush at the moment, I suppose, unless somehow Echo can do something. Does Echo like, take a shot at K2 maybe? Or Rex? Oh no, Rex is the same team. No, don't do that. Actually, not a terrible play.
Yeah.
So he's moved up and claimed the objective rather than shoot at anything. Losing with 2 surges as well. No, Brad, see what you do is you leave it in base contact with 2 units. So that if Echo is to die, he doesn't need to move his phase 2 troopers to claim the objective. So the physical position of the objective actually matters quite a lot. Which people just go, I just put it in base contact with the unit leader and drag it around. If you've got some clone or some units that are bunched up, you can do some tricky stuff.
You can, although Echo may not live to experience it.
There was a rally step there which did nothing, so that's fine. Here comes the 4 blacks from the rebel troopers. He's got a suppression, so he'll have cover. These
That's too many.
Echo
dice,
just takes.
isn't it?
No, that's right, because he's got suppression and he's shooting through the. He's got 2. I think they. Oh, there was a crit and. Hang on a second.
I'm not sure he had cover because I think the area terrain only counts if they were fully within.
Didn't he just do a rally and then fail? But that's okay. So that suppression is on the phase 2 unit. That's why we're confused.
Right, and then the other one's on Jin.
Yep.
Okay, so yep, that was the correct amount of blanks that Brad rolled to lose his remaining arc.
As well, because Echo's got 2 health, right? So like he.
Yep.
Even 1 getting through wasn't the biggest loss, but losing 2 is just. It's just oof.
Just rough.
Yeah. So the phase 2s that are right facing onto this ATRT. So they jump the gap and then try and shoot at some Pathfinders or something, maybe. Noting that they're probably never going to do anything to this ATRT that they're sitting on. It does force Rhett to have to do a pivot as an action. No, he's going to double move.
Not really sure what his play is here.
Just
also
don't be at range 1.
Well, I suppose the ATRT can't pivot 360, so
perhaps he's trying to get behind at Cassian. I don't know. I mean, yeah, being behind is not terrible because Rhett does have to do a full 180 pivot, but I guess he just pushes forward and starts fighting the clump at the back there.
Yeah.
So here come the Pathfinders. They're going to probably. So we're in turn 2, so they can't see more than range 3. So shooting out here up to the Arc Trooper way outside is probably not ideal. So they're trying to remove their suppression need. No, they still have to roll. They don't have the option to. Oh no, you may choose not to remove suppression tokens. So they could have just left that 1 suppression on there, still had 2 actions, had an extra move with Dauntless if they really needed to. Shows how often we all run Pathfinder.
Yep.
Even Red's got to double check what it do. Only POW is because he doesn't have. He should have reconfigured maybe a shot, but he's moved to get range 3. So POW has a 1 red, 1 white. No pierce or anything like that, which I always seem to forget and think he has pierce when instead he has Spire. So it'll be 1 red, 1 white into light cover with Surge.
So just a
One,
suppression out of that.
just a suppression.
Yeah, looks like he's
He
spending.
has an aim from
aim.
The K2 gave them an aim dodge. So just the suppression on Rex. He's not bothered. Rex has got 3 courage, 2 courage.
2 courage, but still, it's not too bad. So now, I believe Jin's going to do her free attack.
Here comes the Jin interrupt.
Interrupt and beat down the rest of the squad.
So Brad just discovering what this command card does.
Yep.
So Jin's going to take another swing at these guys. Brad's going to cheat and try and use 5 dice. Yep. And that's another 3 hits.
Oof. Yep.
No pierce or anything, but suppressive
But
again.
it is Brad's red dice, so...
True.
Oh,
so he
only
loses
one.
1.
Okay.
So he loses the Z6.
Gains another suppression, so he still has to rally. Gets both his actions.
Okay. So I feel like, see, here's where having the base contact would have helped Brad, because he could just collect it there and put it behind him to make it further away from.
Yep.
There. So I believe he's just going to try and smack Jin in the face, but Jin still does roll her extra defense dice for danger sense in melee. So initially they didn't, but that was errated into it. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, originally it was.
Well, it says on a card against a ranged attack.
It is just while defending now. So I believe if you look at the wording on. Oh no, Pathfinders still say the same. Takes a wound on Jin. So the whole unit shooting at her couldn't do it, but one lonely phase 2 trooper unit punching in the face. So this is turn 2. So what does Rhett have left? He's got his ATRTs left, basically, right?
Looks like, yeah.
He's checking for range. He doesn't have range, so he's going to just walk straight over and then light up one of these squads.
And take his pick as to which.
He's got both now, so he's going for the further row squad. So he's going to be rolling 10 black dice.
So they do have 2 surge tokens available to them.
Yeah. Look, it's only going to be 5. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. They're on it. Brad's on it. So
spending the
surge,
he only loses
2.
It's not too bad.
The flamethrowers can be really swingy, so like he could have, especially against some of those white defense dice units. As a droid player, flamethrowers horrify and scare me. They can just roll 16 black crit surging dice at a unit of B1s.
Yeah, that is a bit scary, isn't it?
And if I've got to roll 16 white dice, I am not saving 16 times, I'm telling you that. So, good old templates being funky around that. So he's moving ATRT in. So, last but not least, Cassian, who hasn't really got a whole lot to do at the moment. Rhett's kind of taken a control of that side of the board. He's just going to hold on to maybe set up to deal with this red phase 2 unit that's coming around the back of the mountain when they come down. It's just from there, what does Brad have to do against this three victory points over here?
If he can
He's got
run away with
to
Rex,
get Rex out, claim this middle one with Ahsoka, flip over to top down and get an overview of where things are at. So yeah, he's got to claim this one with Ahsoka and hold on to it. He's got to take the ones off purple and get Rex out with his as well, and then somehow take it to points destroyed. Which, having lost two arc units, which are not insignificant amount of points. I almost feel like we'll see standing orders out of Rhett or something from here. Both Jin and Cassian are kind of sitting pretty. Maybe a Rex command card here. No, crack shot. Interesting. Oh, Cassian's gonna try and take Rex, I think. So we'll switch to view so we can see those. So crack shot is the card that lets Cassian take 2 shots. And then Rex is set up for fire support. I think Brad's going to try and maybe get rid of one of these OTRTs, and maybe that's what he's setting up, or he's just trying to get the priority, really.
So he does not get the priority out of that.
So Rhett does only get to issue an order to Cassian. So the wording on that card, I need to make sure I read it. Where did Rhett put it? It's gone. My window, and I make the stream bigger. Cassian Andor gains Gunslinger and 1 aim token. At the end of the activation, he gains 1 suppression token and gains a standby token. So if he can get to range 2 of Rex, or actually, as noted, those red units there. So I almost feel like, so if played right, Brett can get 4 shots off this. So I think he's going to try and set up. He's going to try and set up and shoot at the red squad and Rex, maybe, and do it twice. So as we were looking for the card, Rhett lost it as well, so it's gone. He had no idea what his own cards do.
Gone forever.
He gets... Yep, passing off that TK2 from Teamwork. Let's see, here comes... Is he going to activate Cassian straight up? I suppose that does let Rex potentially get away if Brad's using... So he's switching to sniper mode. So he's going to have...
Does he realize that his sniper is cumbersome?
He's just recovering because he needs to recover to flip into the sniper. So unlike most snipers in the game now, Cassian's sniper is range 1 to infinite and has Pierce. So he's going to shoot at Rex and then potentially one of these other units as his first action. And then standby. So remind me again, standby, does it need to attack the unit that triggered it?
It does not.
Okay.
You can just perform a move or an attack.
So Rhett's forgetting that he has movement, maybe? Would have just turned that into 1 crit into Rex. Rex is not piercing. There we go. The sniper does have pierce.
Yep.
And then takes a gunsling. Oh, has he got range on Ahsoka?
Well, it's unlimited range.
He does. He has line of sight as well, so it's a shot and a half from downtown. Cassian doesn't have sharpshooter though, so he needs crits. And he doesn't have an aim.
He spent his aim. That is not crits.
That's not going to get through. I mean, he lands a crit or two. It's probably not terrible. So he's getting the standby. So if Brad moves that red unit into line of sight of Cassian, which I believe if the back unit does anything, basically moving forwards, red's going to trigger that again and do the same attack. Hopefully it sees that. It doesn't just give away that free. Brad's checking what he's got. Think he's going to try and hold on to the fly support option? I said drawn troops.
He wouldn't want to move very. He wouldn't want to delay the move very long, though.
No, those Pathfinders are going to roll red. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe just Brad's just found that he's not as close to everything as he thought he was. So that
That is unfortunate.
fire support not as ideal. Okay, so here comes red. Which way Brad moves is very important here. May just put another wound onto Rex. Oh,
So
Rex
once they
can trigger the
aim,
standby off the aim. You wanted to? I'm not going to remind him. He's checking anyway.
yep, he's doing it.
Yep, so off the aim. Yep, perfect. So here comes the same attack again. No aims, so going to be heavy cover again, and again, no sharpshooter, so he's going to hope for crits. Nope. Going for the red squad now.
Yep, that was just a suppression on them.
Yeah, not ideal. Those Pathfinders are in the open, basically. I thought it was the unit leader that can see them as well. So that's, yes, not ideal. I go straight in, so. Will Brad's attack dice come good?
Not really.
Not ideal. He's got a crit or two in there. He should have surges. He has got a surge on there because they're reliable phase 2s. That's not what he wanted to see. So he's going to roll 4. No suppression on the Pathfinders, so they'll take whatever they take.
Okay, three down.
Good start. So he's left with Pow and the unit leader, well, the original unit leader.
Not a bad result for Brad.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, towards the end of the last turn, Brad's starting to chew back, but is it too little, too late? Because he can start claiming this edge of the board, but he's got to get that and get a 4th victory token from somewhere. So Rhett using Pow's Inspire to get rid of a suppression of Cassian. No, not going to inspire anyone. He wants that danger sense or cover. So again, they're in their 1 to 2 configure. Does he push across to try and get into the grass behind that big grey building? And then take a shot at Rex, or does he just reconfigure and shoot at Rex at range 4? Rolling 2 whites and a red at range 4. Noting that by doing that, he's going to lose all of his suppression.
Going for a move up.
That's going to be
We're going to try to get
range 2. That's definitely
looks
not going
like
to get range 2.
Angling towards the objective.
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
You know what? They're
Claim.
going to be pretty solid to hold on to that objective if they can get it. Oh.
And stay upright.
Challenge for. Yeah,
Yep, they're in quite a defensive position there, behind heavy cover with the suppression. Not a lot's going to unstick that.
No, it's hiding there away with suppression. Brad's going to draw troops. He basically is either going to draw Ahsoka or troops at the moment because he's lost his special forces. So he's going to make one use out of Rex's fire support, if he remembers fire. Okay, he has remembered, so he's going to be adding 3 red. But yeah, it is the unit that's lost a bit, so. And 2 reds, so 3 reds. Look, it's not a terrible shot. He's rolled no crits.
No crits. That is unfortunate.
Rhett just helpfully reminded Brad that he had an aim with his 10 dice pool that's rolled all blank, basically. Hey!
1 crit.
There's 1 crit. Here comes the disrespect save.
At a 12 effective dice.
No. 1 wound out of 6. Worth it. I suppose it's one of the downsides that Republic do have is they just don't have that, unless they got a tank or they've opted for some phase 1s with the rocket launcher, they just don't have the consistent critical push through armor.
Yeah.
Rhett continuing to run away from Ahsoka. So currently Rhett's in possession of only 1 victory token, but he's got 2 up this and he can easily claim and the victory point. So Rhett's sitting very pretty with potentially 4 victory points in a couple of turns. Brad's noticed this and he's moving around. He's got to do something. He's got to do something, or Rhett's just going to literally and figuratively run away with the game.
Yep. Looks like he's getting around to get rid of that cover for the.
5's is going to do a backflip. So I haven't seen 5's a coordinate ability yet. Brad hasn't really played anything with a. We're at turn 3. We've had 2 1 pips played so far in standing orders. So he hasn't really seen the value yet.
Well, let's hope his extra black dice will help out here with 7 black total into those rebels.
They shouldn't have any cover because more than half of Rhett's unit can see them without cover. Yep. Yeah. Brad's rightly put 5s against the barricade there, so.
Yep.
7 black dice. Here it comes. Have a surge. Brad needs the hit. Oof.
Not quite what he's after.
At least wanted 4 to maybe kill them. He's only going to get 2 of them as well. So, one thing that might have been an idea is to set himself up so that he could only see the unit leader, and then shoot at him. Because as we were saying before, with the positioning of the box matters. If he shot the purple unit leader and kills only him, that unit now has to pick up the box again.
Yeah, it's an interesting play.
So Rhett's drawn Jin, the other end of the board.
Who's hanging on to her suppression?
Mm-hmm. I think she's fairly safe to just smack this phase 2 and then move on to other things, really.
Yeah.
She's going to aim first. I could have seen it just to swing the 4 black dice, kill him, and then move into this cover, setting up for Rex. That should be in contact. Yeah. Throwing things. Surge floating in space over here as well, of course. TTS is flawless and never has any problems.
Ooh,
1 crit, so maybe
bad luck attack dice, although it still might be enough.
Swung. Brad does have a surge.
Nope,
that's not going to help him. So Brad has red dice that are loaded with all blanks.
Yep. And Rhett has white dice that are loaded with all
pictures. Yep. Even with the sheer 9-8 surges every turn, Brad just can't do anything. Apart from a few interesting choices of attacking early and moving things too close. I don't think Brad's done anything wrong. Just these red dice have just not been in his favour.
Yeah, really confounding
Ahsoka's got to
mistakes
get
he's
in.
made.
Ahsoka's got to get into the back of this AT-AT now.
Yeah.
She has charge. She has jump, so she can just go straight in. No thoughts. She's got a rally. That's fine. Brad's deciding to go around. Not that it makes a huge difference because I don't think he would have been able to make it in with an aim. So just pick her up and move her, Brad. An aim probably would have been nice. So I almost feel like he wanted to attack on the backside because if he kills her, he can get back to this crate. Right now he's put himself with a move and a bit, but I don't think it's going to really stop him or anything. So 2 reds, 2 blacks, 2 whites with critical to pierce 2, impact 2 as well. All of the keywords. That's 2 crits. So 3 crits. Ret can only possibly save 1.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So that's 3 wounds into the AT-AT, which it's 1 short. Given it there, but it's on 1. So he's got to now do the damage check. Pulled up the rules reference because remembering resilience is a killer. So surge is actually the best one because surge is weapons disrupted.
Okay.
So Brad chooses a weapon and removes half of its dice. Interestingly, removing the melee weapon.
Don't know if that's really the optimal play there because it can still flame into the phase 2.
Yeah, like it's
vehicle
so
not found in
he does
combat.
need to move out of melee, out of engagement with Ahsoka,
Does
even
it?
by a millimeter. Yeah, so can't. Oh, sorry, he can still shoot them. He can't shoot Ahsoka, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he can still flame and remove those. I would have halved the because now the wording. So one of the unit's weapons is disrupted. The player's opponent chooses one of that unit's weapons, and a weapon disrupted token is placed on the vehicle. When adding that weapon to attack pool, only half its dice can be added. So I mean, it's still 3 black dice into them.
Yep.
So R2 claims and move and then claim. I missed that. So here comes Brad's last troops. So Brad's down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activations. So Rat's still having 10. Sorry, 9, losing fleet troopers and the saboteurs. So I'm not sure that. Yeah. And I'm not sure that's the way you want to be moving, Brad.
Yeah.
He's going super aggro. He's going to get some shots on Jin, but I don't think it's going to win him the game, right?
I don't think it is. No, not when he's only
Rex
got rolling 3 dice.
Rex hadn't claimed the box.
No, I think he'd moved to it last time.
Okay. So Rex hasn't claimed that middle box yet. So
it's frontline suicidal. Okay.
Did he make the? Did he make range 2 on the Pathfinders? Because that would have been.
He did, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He also surged natively to crit, so that's 3 anyway. He doesn't have to spend his surge.
Yeah. So we've let them know that Rex does
Yep.
surge crit because it's
Pretty important for defense.
it's not changing the game drastically if he has a surge or he rolls a crit really at this stage. I don't think that's going to win the game for him.
So then going for the Pathfinders as your second shot.
So line of sight would be obstructed.
So
So
they'll have light cover with Danger Sense 1 with their single suppression.
So they're going to have light cover. Yep. 3 dice. 3 hits. So 2 hits. And Rhett's going to roll 3 defense dice. See, Danger Sense does trigger. And
saves them all anyway.
Brad just can't catch a break. He's rolling the better dice and just pushing nothing through. I think he's beginning to grasp at straws. Yeah, this is the mistake. He's going to wipe that unit now and roll 6 black dice at him. Not sure why Brad didn't get rid of the flamer. It's going to be a dead unit, right?
5 hits. Yep.
They've got a surge. Can't spend a circus dodge. No. So spend that
3.
Yeah. So he's going to lose 1. Lose 2. Yeah. Still got the unit leader again.
Not ideal.
If he'd only rolled 3, he'd be rolling 3 defense, and that would have been fine. And now the other ATRT, does he just move up and try and do the same? And does he move towards Rex? Got options. Oh, they didn't get rid of some token. So, does he roll the 1 black or does he roll the 2 whites? I mean, it's 2 blacks, isn't it? Because it's per model in the unit, of course. He has the spray keyword still. Rat forgetting that flamethrowers don't care about cover. They just burn. So remember again, this is the end of turn 3.
Yeah, there's not a lot left after this turn. It's been quite bloody, especially for Brad.
So I looked away from the chat and someone's put something in there about moving towards the wounded ATRT. I'm not sure which context you were talking about now, sorry. Potentially with Rex. I'm thinking move towards and maybe finish Rex. Yeah, that might have been the players. I mean, throwing Rex out into the middle of things. So not ideal. So K2 moving, and is he just going to move? Yep. Set up next turn to throw 5 white dice at those phase 2s that are sitting in the bushes. Teal squad's going to set up to do the same. Rhett's really just controlling where Brad can do anything here, I think.
Yep. Using that
reducing points lost might be a thought, but he's still got Jin, Cassian, and Pathfinders and R2D2 alive. So if he was to lose Jin or Cassian, then he'd have to go to points destroyed. But that's turn 3. Just so we're clear that Rhett's in control of 2 boxes, Brad's in control of 1. Rhett's very close to scoring secret mission. Let's flip our top down and just see so we can kind of get an idea where things are. Brad's definitely on the ropes, is probably the nicest way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just where can Brad claw this back, Evan, if possible? Does Brad even have a route to victory anymore?
Really not sure what his play is with Rex there, because he's going to be suffering quite a bit of firepower this turn coming. He's moved himself outside of the cover as well. I mean, it was a desperate gamble to try and finish off the Pathfinders as well as do some wounds. I mean, he's done 4 wounds total to Jin, but it's not going to be enough.
I mean, they're still going to do, what, 2 more on Jin to potentially kill her? She's 6, or she's 5? She's 6 as well, so.
She's 6 as well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what are
let's
they
see.
playing? Jin, trust goes both
Trust
ways.
both ways, so getting Inspire and some teamwork. Friendly trip unit, so I'd almost say it's going to be those Pathfinders, all the ones there.
And
We're not programmed,
Rex is,
but Brad's just trying to hand out. Brad's just trying to hand out as many tokens as he can, I think.
don't know how many he's going to get since the blue squad seems to be a bit far
I
away.
don't know that he'll actually get any. Has he got range to the red unit?
Might get range to the red unit, but I wouldn't guarantee it.
Yep. He's just got it.
16.8, he's fine.
Brad's checking now if you got the orders. So he's going to get inside. He's going to get 2 surges. The squad over there is going to get a surge. The blue phase 1 heal. Phase 2s will go to surge. So those blue guys have got to kill purple this turn. And Ahsoka has to kill at least this ATRT and not lose wounds to the yellow one, really. Short of that, yeah.
It's a bit desperate at the moment for the Galactic Republic.
So purple squad runs away. Just make Brad waste actions to try and do any damage to this unit, maybe. Get behind the heavy cover. If he also puts the box behind the cover as well, making Brad have to take, 3 turns, 2 turns to actually deal with it.
As far away as possible there.
Yeah. Hiding the unit side just to lose as little as possible of the unit. One of the issues is he can't hide the unit leader, he's got to hide the one that doesn't have the box.
Okay, so double move. 5's unit can still move up
easily. They can basically move into the deployment zone and throw 7 black dice at them. Red's going to aim. I think he's going to try and hit the teal squad that's in the open.
Yep.
Good shot. He's going to roll, what, 3 blacks, 6 whites?
6 white, yep.
With an aim, with a surge. The rebel troopers in the open. Hey, there's some results.
4 hits.
He's got 4 hits in the open, so that's presently that's enough to kill them.
So if he re-rolls the black surge and a white die.
Yeah, I think that's the play. So black's going to give more chance to re-roll a hit. Definitely what he wants. Yep. Got the right idea. And same end result.
Same result. He's had a lot of duds on the aims.
So spend a surge for 5. Whether the rebel troopers can do.
Too bad. They're in the open. I don't think there's any shenanigans he can bring out.
Tries to cheat and needs many dice, and that's going to be a dead unit.
Yep. Well done, Brad. He finally got a kill.
That's his third unit is killed. So
yeah, so that's pretty good.
It's yeah, but again, this whole LAAT board end of the board is just super controlled.
Yep. So Power's going to claim.
Yep.
flipping that to blue, and then leave.
To bug out.
So
There's
that
much range between them as Rex, so that Rex
get a bit of
can't.
cover as
Yep.
well.
They already had some cover, so they weren't high and dry. But Rex, and
Oh,
Rex has
just
got to get
throw
to
it away
1 to 2. Nope, doesn't want it anymore. Doesn't need it.
He's got enough.
Hmm.
Yep, between heavy cover, danger sense, and the fact that no one can actually shoot at him, I think that Pathfinder squad is pretty safe.
Yeah, it's not a statement you thought we were making with those. Those Pathfinders are very safe hands right now.
Yeah. All right, Rex going full offensive again, moving
Getting
up
the
to.
aim, maybe just trying to get rid of Jin. Yeah.
He's got range on K2 as well for his secondary shot.
What does Rex roll melee? 2 reds.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but his pistol's better.
His pistol is better. Crit surge is right, remembers. That's not bad.
So that is 3 hits.
What's 2 hits and a crit? So Jin rolling 4. So she'll take
6-1 does not go
1.
down. He really needed that kill on Jin.
Yep.
Brett trying to figure out the calculations there.
We're struggling with the whole maths thing on a Sunday night. And then Gunslinger into K2.
Yep, doesn't have range on power.
Yep. So Brad, I think, may have been under the impression that shoot at K2 ever. Rolling 3. 2 and a crit.
So yep, 3 to
Sharpshooter
defend.
1, so 3, and then don't believe K2 surges defensively. Where's K2?
No, he does not.
He's
Just
somewhere over
offensively,
here.
but he's still got 5 wounds.
Red defense dice. He is a droid trooper as well.
He
The
also
fun
has
stuff
armor.
with suppression. Does he?
Yeah, armor 1.
There was still a crit in there, so we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
We've gone back and forth too much on some stuff, I think. Charge. Red loses.
ATRT's got nothing left to barbecue.
It's going to reverse.
Moonwalk, okay.
I'm not sure what he's aiming to do. And then
Just a bit of flame at Ahsoka.
one crit. Will Brad's red dice continue to perform as wonderfully? And hey, she does not get hurt by the flame
this time.
Yeah. So, if you're Brad here, do you Ahsoka into the yellow one? Red's on 1 wound, hasn't done anything. Ahsoka gets into the yellow squad, the yellow ATRT, and next turn can turn back and get the purple quite easily.
It's a possibility.
The 5 squad can get rid of the. So this should be the end of purple, right? They have no cover now because Brad's right up against it with 5s.
Yep.
7 black dice.
And a surge.
And a surge. This should be a dead unit. I know I'm just doing the curse of being the dirty. Yeah, it should be just the easy kill. 7 blacks.
Oh.
2.
2 hits.
He's got to spend. Oh, just jinxed him. Sorry, Brad, when you watch this back.
Oh,
It's not even the unit leader.
Fail
Just-
writes that squad should be dead many times over by now.
The shot when they're on the edge of the board, the shot when they were, yeah. So Rhett doesn't have any. Rhett has no core units left. He's lost all his sacrificial troopers apart from that one guy there. So here comes R2D2. Again, this is turn 4. So secret mission is done and dusted. Like it's happening. Don't think anything can stop that. In fact,
I just got it because it's a free action.
has free action. So yeah. So he now has secret mission. So Rhett right now has 3 victory points sitting here, claimed, done. If he loses purple, he's not fussed about that because Brad has to get something back to this middle point now to recover that middle objective, or he's just not going to get it. So he goes for the yellow one, right? Kill the yellow one because he can put 5 wounds in easily.
No, it's not the play he's making. He really should move to the objective at least if he's going to go up this direction.
That's true. That's true.
But he's not. Just going to go
I mean, there is an objective there behind the red one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if he's going for the red, he should be going to touch that objective token and the red.
So yeah, so he's using charge here to kill the ATRT, and he's going to move into base contact with the box, assuming he kills the ATRT. He's going to use force reflexes as well, of course. Cheat and get 2 dodges because they're both being helpful. So that's 4 crits. Yeah, so that's a dead ATRT no matter what Rhett did there. Soka's then going to move. I think she's going to jump into this. Takes the crate. Goes to the crate. Willing Brad to claim and eject. Nope.
Going
for the middle one.
The ATRT.
Okay. Brad's just checking it's only turn 4.
He's got plenty of time.
Plenty of time to somehow claim 2 objectives. Here comes this sniper shot from Cassian into Rex. So it's a red and a black. He has an aim. Does he pierce it to make it lethal? I'm not sure how many wounds Rex actually has there. So pierces 1.
Pierce anyway, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why didn't Marksman the other dice into another hit. Unless he did and that was just the suppression.
Rex miscalculating. Yep. Thinking he has Gunslinger for the rest of the game.
I think it was still last turn. Oh boy. See, this is why I was thinking get rid of this ATRT. Because it can potentially make the range 1 to maybe hit one of those. No, just check range. You maybe had range 1 then. So this furthest be the blue unit here. It may have had it. So Legion, you can pre-measure as much as you like. So that might have been a bit of a misplay there, but that's okay. He has the activation control it next turn and do it. So
yeah, we could definitely start early with that one.
he's activating Jin.
The other 3 things he's got. So Jin. So Jin's inspiring the Pathfinders. Don't know if that's really wise, but sure.
I mean, no one's really going to shoot at them anyway. For a second there, I thought it was cheating again, but no, Inspire is on the command card of this turn. Gains Inspire 2.
Right.
Just games teamwork with the unit she gives an order to.
Which was
so I'm assuming that was the Pathfinder. Oh, it was the K2, was it? So she should have an aim as well, but that's. I think they've missed that. That's okay. Oh no. Yeah. because she should have had the aim from the teamwork of
Cassian taking
K2
the aim,
Cassian.
passing it to K2, passing it to Jin. Does that
Believe that.
flow?
Oh no, teamwork was wrong with the wording of teamwork here. It's on. It's on. Can you flip K2's card because you have enough actions on the server at the moment? I'm pretty sure teamwork should be.
I cannot.
Okay. We'll double check that. I think something bad just happened there. Rex just took 2 wins from
Ouch.
Cassian. From Jin.
From Jin. Yep.
Now
And
here
then-
comes K2.
Yep, K2 for
K2
the
has a 4 red dice melee, so tasty. I believe he is close enough to get that. Sorry, Rhett, not today.
It's not going to be enough to get into melee.
No. Should have just shot at them. He potentially could have just killed Rex then as well.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
He had the 2 aims. So he's pushed himself into melee with the unit anyway. Does K2 have charge?
Nope.
Oh, he's shooting. He's shooting. So he's got crit surge and 2 aims currently. So it's looking pretty solid so far. Second aim rolls nothing. 3 into those units. I shouldn't have any cover because he's standing on top of them. Has Pierce 1. Oof. They do not have a surge anymore. They spent it already.
Yes.
2 will die. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oops. No. You just deleted K2. Okay, we're just going to roll back. Hopefully the undo will get us back where we need to be. One more. Drum roll. Hey, there we go. So, I deleted a barricade last week. He deleted a whole unit, so. And unit leader pulls in. Oh, of course he was shooting. Yes. Sorry. All right. So, turn 5. And again, things are looking pretty dire on both sides now.
Yeah, Jin has 1 wound left. Rex has 1 wound left.
Cassian and K2 are both sitting quite pretty.
Yep.
Rhett has 3 tokens already. Don't think there's a way that Rhett can guarantee to activate that ATRT before Brad can get rid of the card or the token that's up there. Did we lose a card? So command cards for this turn. Rhett's playing Last Stand, which is one of Cassian's cards, which again, I have no idea what it does. And Brad's played Take That Clankers to get some extra range, but I don't think he's going to get enough face-up auto tokens to really do much about it.
Get one on himself. That's probably all he can really do.
So when Cassian Andor issues an order to a commander or operative unit that gains Indomitable, gains 1 aim, 1 dodge, or 1 suppression for each wound token it has up to 3. So, oh boy, it's going to be some free tokens there on Jin.
Yikes.
Let's just switch back and see, because Jin's going to get the order, Cassian's going to get the order. So Jin's going to get a couple of aims at the dodge probably. And
again, Rhett managed to get priority on a
Mhm.
crucial turn, so
and so Jin's just going to walk up to Rex and smack him in the face probably. Or shoot him too. The gun does have Pierce, so Pierce is probably the best choice.
Going for the charge.
Indomitable, which is the one where they don't have to remove the suppression, I believe, from memory. I'm trying to look up the rulebook, but it's all the way at the other end. Can't change it anyway, so. Nope, just going to range 1 attack with the pistol config, which he's had up the whole game, so 2 reds and a white. Nothing to shake a stick at. With
So
Pierce, that's a dead
Indomitable
Rex.
gives them the Wookiee ability of red rally.
Yes. So that's a, no matter what, Rex has 1 wound with Pierce 1. How many does he? He's going to roll 3 saves now, just to prove a point, isn't he?
Oh,
okay.
His luck holds out.
Yeah. Woefully average all game. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that there has basically put the final nail in the coffin.
Yep.
Brad potentially tries to draw troops now and kill the AT-AT before it wipes him back. I think that's the best he can really do. Or Ahsoka maybe can get the range with a jump and a move. No, I don't think she can. Can she get up and force pull the guy back out? No, I'm going to help any. Can't force push someone into melee over a barricade, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd say double move up here, force push the purple guy into melee with the blue unit so that ATR can shoot at them.
Yeah.
Would be spicy, but I don't think it's quite worth it. Yeah.
Leaving.
No, that aggressive from
Rex should have grabbed the token and run backwards.
Yeah, correct. So again, I missed chat, but yeah, death rain. The important thing to remember with command cards is troopers and core units are 2 separate things. So Rex's command card saying trooper can solution order to Rex because he's a clone trooper as his unit. So troopers also includes all your special forces, things like that as well, that are troopers.
Troopers is basically infantry.
Yeah.
Any kind
and
of
people
infantry.
on tauntauns. So Brad's just going in. He knows he can't win now, unfortunately. Yes. Oh, he could do the force. Can't quite force pull into the attack that he wants.
Brad trying to squeeze a double move, push, and then charge, which unfortunately does not work.
He may be able to get him. He can probably get him into melee with the blue unit, Brad. The blue unit, because it also means that can't. get flamethrowered by this ATRT.
Nope.
That's okay. Now, is it the unit that does the move that chooses where that command objective would sit?
I believe so. I believe
So Brad could actually set it
Brad
in
is
base
the
contact with
chooser.
himself, but that's
Yeah.
I don't think that really gets him the game. That
Yeah, I don't think that wins him the game.
pivot and then roll 10 black dice. Again, these flamethrowers have been a bit underwhelming tonight. 5. Will Brett remember blast this time? Yes, he will. 5, and then so loses 2.
Okay. Again, yeah,
So
not
again,
huge.
the force push as well means that Brad can't shoot at this guy,
Yeah.
which is what Brad wanted to do this turn. Realistically, he's got no chance now of killing that. Those Ahsoka's as well.
Yeah, Soka's taken 2 wounds. They're up near the crates.
So the lone red, he's going to try and get the 1 kill on Jin. So he has 2 actions because he's got 2 courage.
Yeah.
So he's
So blanks
chosen
out on
not
the
to
shot.
aim. Blanks out on the shot. I think he's just moving to not die.
Does
Just
that really matter at this
save
stage?
face. Yeah,
I
he's
think
saving
so.
face really. Doesn't want K2 to melee him, maybe.
Maybe.
K2 just shoots him.
Yep. I'll have heavy cover.
Yeah, but
K2 surge.
crit surge and
trying to-
5 white.
Yeah.
So he's going to pass the aim to Cassian as well with teamwork if Rhett remembers that. Which basically then lets Cassian do whatever Cassian wants. I don't even think he's got a valid target really. So if Rhett kills this guy,
He does not.
Brad only just the one. That's right. Cassian still has a shot. Because if this phase 2 trooper unit dies, Brad's only unit that can score from here still is Ahsoka and the phase 2s that have to somehow double move to 3 boxes and claim. So we may even just see a turn 5 concession, or we may play it out. Still have 2 actions again. Does he remember?
Try and shoot some ATRT.
I mean, he's rolling 4 black dice. It's got taken 1 wound, so he's not going to kill it. Even with 4 crits and 4 blanks. 5, true. So he may be able to. Yeah, I think Brad's just realised what he's done by doing the by putting that on there.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back towards the box now. It's just too little, too late.
Yeah.
And that's
unfortunate.
He'll get most of the way there. Does the ATRT just chase him next turn?
I think he's still possibly out of range of getting a single move and then capture there.
Yeah, true, because it's got to be the unit leader in base contact, so it's going to be an impressive move if he does. Pathfinders will just stand by, basically, aim standby. No, he's going to move just to get further back. Yep, and then double move.
And then
off the board, don't do it. Rhett could happily do that and still win. He's holding 2 victory points right here with R2 and
3PO.
Yep. So that middle objective remains unclaimed. So Rhett just has Cassian. Oh no, he's got his purple trooper.
I think he forgot about his purple trooper. And he deleted circuit.
Jeez. And
Yep.
another rollback. Just got to move stuff to the side, guys. Um,
Yeah, it's generally good practice in TTS Legion to
there
not
is a
delete
thing to
anything.
spawn tokens. Just stop. Somewhere there. This right here. Next to them. I was frantically gesturing, but they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
There you go. So they've just made a new token. There we go. Punch Ahsoka. Now he's going to fully move out, which is
Disengaging.
a choice. Ahsoka has charge anyway. Is he really gaining a whole lot? No. Oh, does Cassian have a shot? No. Because if Cassian had a shot, then I could see that being a choice.
Not on Ahsoka, but he does have on either red or blue.
Yeah, I think he tries to take red. He's in sniper config, so he's not doing that now.
Got range 1
Unless
to
he
2. He
uses
might
his
have
1 to 2 on
range.
his covert blaster. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the play, but no, he's not.
Apparently, it
Yep.
Yep.
Red was not aware. I had to say stop. Don't
I posted
cheater.
it in game chat,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think it
Too slow.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, just looking at it.
yes.
Yeah.
It tried to make it not dirty.
Yeah.
All right. Turn 6. Can Brad get a victory point? Yes. 1, maybe. So, pretty decisive victory for the Rebels. Red dice just said no.
Yep. Although there was a fair bit of attrition on the Rebel side after
It did take it. I
turn
think
1.
the thing was that Brad had lost too much before that attrition really kicked in. Having the arcs go as early as they did. So we've got volunteer mission, so danger sense passing around. Brad is playing knowledge and defense, so getting some tokens on Ahsoka. Brad gets priority for the first time all game by choice. So let's get command cards and make sure read what they do.
I don't think knowledge and defense actually triggers off anything because there's no friendlies in range 1.
It is 2. It gives him 2 troopers though, so it gives him Ahsoka and the blue squad. What?
Yeah, I think he thought it might have been
Yeah.
clone troopers only.
Yeah, he had the same thing. Yeah, core and troopers. So Cassian Andor and 2 troopers for Ret, so he can just freely pass it out to his units that can potentially shoot. And they'll get danger sense 1 and gain suppression. So I think Ret just aims up and shoots these snipers with Cassian. How are they recovering? Oh, that unit recovers. Nice. So they can recover off the command cards. They can switch their weapons up. So Ret has elected to switch to the long range config. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, Brad.
actually angling for
That's
the
true.
objective
Yep.
this time.
Mm-hmm. So he's looking for one picture. There's enough.
It's 2 crits. That's enough to kill him. Not a huge result, but enough. And then second action to claim, I presume.
Yeah, claim the objective. So he's got 2 objectives.
Well,
Getting some,
maybe.
saving some face, basically. Yeah. I mean, Red just draws Cassian here and shoots at the blue unit, right? No, K2. Does he have range? I don't think he has range now. He does just have range for team mode. Forgotten that. 5 whites coming in. Good thing he's got a name token. Again, nothing.
Interesting.
He had cover last time, and now he's got suppression, so he's definitely not dying. Is that pistol suppressive? Oof, that pistol is suppressive as well. Does that guy? They both did it. Clears 2. So down to 1 suppression on that guy.
Try pot shot it.
Yeah, now Brett just said, now what? Can't kill Cassian. He can't. Yeah. Going for the kill shot on Jean. I think it's a fair shot. He's going to have heavy cover anyway. He's rolling a black. If he's got line of sight, you just take an aim, right? And just roll a crit. Yeah, there it is, Brad. So he's moving to the barricade, and he's just going to take the shot and try and get some.
Hope for the best.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Vicious dice.
Yes. Yeah, rebellions are built on bad red dice. Drum roll. Hey, 1 hit. Big dice roll. Hey! Ooh. So Jin does die. Don't Ret moving things this time rather than deleting them. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
He should just be playing Cassian really and just so just discussing that Ret had actually done secret mission, which was important because if not, It was down to points. I think Ret was still easily ahead of points. So yeah, 5s moves into base contact.
Yep, he reaches
Claim.
it.
Except they're now wide open from Cassian.
Yeah, well, if he shoves the other 2 behind heavy cover.
Yep. ATRT can't actually. How many wounds does Ahsoka have?
It's got 4 left.
Okay, so not even worth trying to just use the sidearm and plink. Can't pivot enough to shoot her. I mean, maybe just. Could he reverse 1 heart?
Melee is not front only.
Got a back kick. Still got to follow the template there. Matters. Crit surge, so 3. Soka does dodge 1 and gets deflect. And it takes nothing. So now it's just down to, does Rhett want to play it out? Cassian, does he try and kill this red guy for revenge, or does he kill the blue unit? Like, he's not going to kill the blue unit? Yeah, he's going to kill the red guy for the disrespect move.
Yep.
You killed my friends. And that lovely Diego Luna. He's using the sniper. 1 red, black. High velocity, pierce. He's got marksman, so he can just literally roll one hit, and then force it up to an aim, to a crit, and then pierce and win. So he wants 1 hit somewhere. There's a hit, which goes through and pierces.
There he is.
And there we have it.
Yep, that's the game. So,
Rebels win 3
3 to
3 to 2. Yeah.
So JR really did claw back a fair way, but not enough.
Yeah. It was too little too late, unfortunately, for Brad. Just losing those arcs so early, they didn't get a chance to do anything. So I'm not sure if we're going to have the guys jump back in. Hey, there they are. Hello. Have they unmuted? Hey, look, we can see Brad's stream. Discord over stream again. Hello. We can, yeah. We can hear you. Oh, the stream. The important people.
Now the audience can also hear us.
Let's go. Top.
Thanks for watching, people.
Yeah.
I've heard
Those
that ARC troopers are okay, but I don't
we didn't
know.
really see them. Yeah.
Did not get to experience them.
We were commenting that Brad went aggressive early and the red dice said no.
Yeah. Also, I thought that I was getting cover on those ARC troopers in that forest, but that's actually not how it worked. That
was a tough one. And then a couple of times where, like Rex going after stuff when he could have climbed a box and pulled back maybe and held on to points. When Rex was sitting in his middle objective.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to. I hoped he was going to kill those 2 green guys and deny that point, and then be able to pull back.
But Rex without Pierce is, yeah.
Yeah, but
tough.
I figured they're only white dice. Like they're still.
True.
But yes,
I think
that didn't work.
Once Rhett won the LAAT side of the board, it was kind of an uphill battle for you, Brad.
Yes.
Like losing both arcs in turn 1 and 2 was oof. And
yeah, that was rough.
Because phase 2 squad's getting double charged by Jin.
I didn't account for R2 as well. I was like, I can get the middle and one side of the board and get 3 objectives.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously R2 got like
that 35 points
back, and then I couldn't get the 3rd one. But yeah, I mean Rex could have killed Jin and both green guys there, and then gone for that box.
Mm-hmm. So we were looking at it here as well towards the end. I might just change my color as well so you can see what I'm looking at. White? No, I can't even. No. So when Ahsoka was here fighting the ATRT in the middle, the red ATRT had shot, the yellow ATRT hadn't, and only had taken 1 wound. You charged the red ATRT. You could have charged the yellow ATRT, killed it, and prevented it flaming your phase 2s.
Yes.
And then the other one is when you force pushed the lonely rebel trooper into Ahsoka. If you'd force pushed him into the phase 2s, also couldn't get shot by the AT-RT.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yep.
That was, and then the other thing which we talked about briefly as well is the person that does the force push move chooses where the token sits. So you could have had the base token, the base contact with the rebel troopers mission.
Oh yeah.
Objective as well. So that's all right.
That would have been
sneaky.
That would have been useful.
Yes, and then Rhett trying to cheat a few times with his sniper with cumbersome and things,
Yeah, well, everybody's playing different figures. But yeah, losing those ARC troopers on that first turn, like limited visibility, I thought I was in cover, I've got red dice.
Everything was stacked up against you.
I've got impervious, I had surge tokens, it's just like, come on.
I don't know, that was just tough. So Brad, who's playing next week?
Next week is the round 2 is the Civil War round, so it's me versus Evan and you versus Rhett.
Mm-hmm.
So we might do the not me game because the stream comes out a little bit better when it comes from here.
For sure.
And I'll have another think about
the one after.
About another way to try and get a slightly better quality.
For sure.
Without the double handling that my internet has to do to pull it in and then push it out again. So I'll have to think about that. If I rejig...
So me against Rhett next week.
Yes, you against Rhett next week.
And we can use new units as well, can't we?
Yes.
So Mandos and Staps will be
Mandos and Staps will be legal for the next round, regardless of whether they're physically in stores or not. Which Mandos will and Staps will in certain places in the world. We're not one of them.
Who gets them? Yeah. Cool. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Cool. Thanks, Rhett. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Evan. Thanks, chat. Don't forget to hit the follow button and tune in next week.
Yep. Tony was there the whole night. He was there most of the time. Yeah. Who else is still kicking around? If anyone.
I was on off a little bit.
Will's still there, and then most other names I'm not sure who they are. So, hello everyone else that we don't know. Thanks for joining us. Ping,
yep.
ping.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Farewell.